No, 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 no.
Wonder this time where she's gone. Wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home anytime she goes away.
A miracle. You are a miracle.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. I've gotten a lot of requests to do more videos for the boys. This is going to be my video about Black Noir, so if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. I'll be doing a bunch of Season 2 videos too. They're almost halfway done filming Season 2, so they might premiere it early next year. And I will do a giveaway for Amazon Prime memberships, because you do need those to actually watch the series. So all you have to do to enter that is just be a subscriber and leave your best Boys Season 2 theory on the video. This big epic fight is obviously their version of what if Batman fought Wolverine, because Black Noir is their very obvious parody of the Batman character, and they give the female of the species a lot of Wolverine-like abilities. She's very animalistic in the way she fights, just like Wolverine, so we'll go through all their powers and a whole bunch of Easter eggs. There's so many funny and WTF moments with all these characters, but particularly Black Noir. But obviously careful for spoilers if you have not seen the series yet, because we'll be talking about stuff from all over all of the episodes. Starting with number 10, Black Noir versus the female of the species, aka Kimiko, because we learned that her name is Kimiko. So when I say this is their Batman versus Wolverine, there are a lot of parodies of the Justice League characters, because the Seven, like Unite the Seven, is a very literal parody of the Justice League. But a lot of the other characters in the series, and some of them that we haven't met yet, are also parodies of Avengers characters. Like they have a version of Thor that's called Stormfront that we'll probably meet next season. And if you think some of the characters that you met during Season 1 are bad, he's way worse and way more powerful. 9, Black Noir's only using knives, throwing weapons in his hand-to-hand combat martial arts with his body armor, but because the female has a measure of super strength, she's able to use her fingers like razor-sharp claws, Wolverine style. She's able to tear through his body armor with those regular fingernails and cut him. So a lot of people are like, wait a minute, why is she able to cut him? Because if you've read the comics, you know that he's supposed to have a measure of invulnerability. This is one of the reasons why I think they've significantly changed his character, and I'll talk about that as we go along through Easter eggs. She also has a measure of super speed, but she's not nearly as fast as A-Train and not nearly as strong as someone like Queen Maeve or Homelander. And Black Noir's knives and weapons aren't super special either, in that they're just pretty standard military issue. The reason they're able to pierce the female's skin is because she doesn't have any invulnerability, but as we do see, she has some of Wolverine's other major powers like regeneration. So number 8, Black Noir gutting the female, probably one of the biggest WTF takedown moves of the 7 on the series, next to some of the stuff that Homelander does in the finale, because that takes it to a whole nother level, and just casually punching criminals a full city block till they explode like water balloons. But the reason why Frenchie and the female are both so shocked in this moment is because, yeah, it's intense, but she's never bothered to test her abilities since they rescued her from captivity. But 7, the boys now have a version of Wolverine on the team. You learn that her name is Kimiko, what her tragic backstory is. She was stolen from her home by a gang with her brother. The reason why she got powers is because of Homelander's secret plan to create supervillains around the world using terrorist cells so that the military is forced to let superheroes take them down. Like, okay, we'll finally let you into the military because we can't fight supervillains with our regular weapons. In the comics, she's referred to as the female of the species. Most of the stuff you see her do, the big WTF moments, are pretty comic book accurate. They don't change her that much. She does wind up working with the boys. She's still super hardcore, but she's not nearly as bad as some of the other characters that you meet during the series. 6, the detective. So Black Noir, as the Batman of the 7, is supposed to have all the same abilities as Batman. He's an expert in martial arts, an excellent detective, So this whole episode is sort of a demonstration of his detective and Batman-like abilities. It's happening after A-Train finds that nanny cam footage of them blackmailing his girlfriend Popclaw, also a more literal Wolverine parody because popping the claws. But the reason why A-Train goes to Black Noir to solve this problem first is because he doesn't want Homelander to find out, just because he's terrified. Like, he's told Homelander that he's going to fix the situation, but he keeps messing up. And every time during the series, when a member of the Seven is called into a private meeting with Homelander, they always play it as if at any second Homelander could turn and laser them through their face or just pop their heads right off their shoulders. So you see Black Noir going around the city hitting all of their secret bases. And another reason why I think that they've changed Black Noir from the comics significantly is because of the way this scene goes down. Like, he goes around Batman style, base to base. Frenchie's old girlfriend calls him and says, "He's on to us." In the comics, Black Noir has a lot of secret abilities that would enable him to do that at super speed. There'd be no point in him going around slow style. So I don't think that the TV show is trying to mislead us too much with what we've seen from Black Noir so far. Like, what you see is mostly what you get. Because 5, part of the joke of the character is that he's the other golden boy who can do no wrong. Like, late in the series, after Homelander gets pissed about the boys being one step ahead of them and A-Train being completely incompetent, the Deep has also royally screwed up. They find out about Starlight's relationship with Huey. He's giving them all the business like he's going to kill them at any second, but pauses in the middle of his rant yelling at them to compliment Black Noir for his perfect work.
Downright sloppy. Not you, Noir. You've been great.
This is just another joke about how amazing Batman always is. 4, there's a whole bunch of real-world meta Batman Black Noir jokes. He's supposed to be the most badass member of the group, but there are several scenes through the series where you see him being totally chill and funny with a sense of humor that you do not see from Bruce Wayne Batman in the comics. Like looking totally ridiculous during a meeting, trying to casually drink from a straw through his mask which covers his face, because one of the things about the character is that he never takes his mask off. Even the other members of the Seven don't know what he looks like underneath that mask. You see Black Noir has a love for Asian cultures. They make a joke about how popular Batman movies are in real life when Seth Rogen plays a director in-universe working on his first Black Noir movie set in what they call the Vought Cinematic Universe, their version of the DC Cinematic Universe. He casually signs autographs for fans at superhero conventions, and in the finale, you see him casually sit down at the piano next to the player and just stare at him without a word until he flees in terror and then starts beautifully playing this complex piano piece. Like, oh crap, he's super cultured, super mysterious, and totally hilarious. So 3, a lot of these things about the character are why I think they've changed him significantly from the comics, because in the comics, he is probably one of the worst, most sadistic, twisted characters of the entire series. The reason he's written that way in the comics is because that version of the character is meant to be a darker parody of Batman. Like, the writer makes Black Noir a psychopath who's mentally insane as a way to comment on Batman in the comics being dark, twisted, and possibly mentally insane. The comic book hypes up this big battle between Black Noir and Homelander, a parody of Batman versus Superman. Like, who would you expect to take down Superman if he ever lost his shit? Batman would be the first guy you go to. But all these funny moments and scenes with Black Noir during the series are big changes from the comics. So too, it's all about Superboy and the way they changed the season 1 ending scene. In the comics, Homelander's son is killed by Butcher right after he's born, basically a fetus coming right out of the womb. And that's it. That's the end of Butcher's wife and Homelander's baby. But on the TV show, his wife is still alive in present day, and now Homelander has this son who seems like he has most of the same powers as Homelander, to the same degree that Connor Kent's Superboy has some of Superman's powers. So number 1, that's why I think they're making a huge change to the ending of the series, Black Noir's ending, Homelander's ending, their Batman versus Superman moment, in favor of giving some of that story to his son. Like, early prediction, the son will be critical in stopping Homelander, because in order to stop someone like Homelander, you need someone as strong or stronger than him. And to top it all off, they kind of pulled back on some of the depraved things that the characters do in the series, particularly Black Noir, because in the comics, he is so much worse. He's gone full-blown cannibal. But post all your Black Noir theories in the comments. Do you think that they've actually changed him a bunch from the comics? And do you think that that means that they'll also change the ultimate ending of the series? And just because a lot of people probably have not read the comics, be careful when you're posting spoilers about the comic book. I will do more videos for the series in the next week. I got so many requests on my last video. I'm glad that you guys are all digging it so much. But click here for The Boys Season 2 teaser trailer, and click here for my breakdown of the Avengers What If Comic-Con trailer footage and Marvel Zombies. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.